truth live from where they create. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
When the gavel's first bang, to the weakness turns tears. Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time. Tune in every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces tell stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret. In Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious with Sylvia Experts. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag. From catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell.
Hey guys, hey everybody, it's me, Sylvia. I wanted to give y'all the ambiance look tonight because I was like, let me do something a little bit different. I want to give a shout out to all the new people that subscribe to my channel, and I think they're folks from the trial. So welcome. Carol, are you from the trial? Carol, welcome to the infamous family, Carol. Are you from the trial? Are you part of the new my new folks? We got about 20 new subscribers. I saw it this afternoon anyway. My new subscribers. Why is it green? What's going on with this thing here? Why is it showing people green? Okay. Oh, that's because it's a membership. All right. Welcome, Carol. Welcome. Thank you for your membership. Okay. It's Kim's anniversary. Happy 24th anniversary to Kim of membership. Woo! Oh, Carol said no. Okay, Carol. Carol said no. No, I'm not new. Okay. Thank you, Carol. You just became a member. Okay. I know you guys been waiting on me to come on tonight. I was busy trying to help Dallas because tomorrow is her first client of being back in her own place, the booth, her own salon. You know, what is it? Rent a booth? Salon booth or some type of booth where she's back doing her makeup artist. So tomorrow I'm going to have my face beat. So I'm going to look like somebody, okay? I'm going to look like somebody. I'm going to do something to the hair. I'm going to dye all this. You see how this hair here? Look at it. You see how quick my hair grow, y'all? Hey, look at it dye. Man, I tell you. I'm going to cut it all off. Sweet. Thank you, Miss Torres. Congratulations to Dallas. She'll be in her suite tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be coming out there. I'm going to have my face beat, okay? But in the meantime, thank you. I'll tell her, you guys, okay? I want to answer someone's question that left me a comment on my channel. And I'm trying to do some small talk while everybody comes into the chat, because I don't want anybody to miss what we're going to talk about today. But someone left me a comment, and I was going to read it off there. Where does she do makeup? How can I make an appointment? Oh, hold on a second. Let me tell her. She is hold on, let me give you her channel on IG. It's Belle NGL. Hold on a second. Hold on. IG. Look at me. All the faces that you have seen me in with makeup, that's her work. All the faces that you see me in, and y'all be like, "Oh, you look so nice." That's her work. That's her work. Hold on a second. Let me just get. Where is how do I get it over here? Oh my Lord, how do I get this thing here? How do I search on IG? Oh, there you go. There go the search button. Okay, this is her channel right here. She's on IG. These hold on, let me just show you guys her stuff. Hold on. You know I'm a proud mama, right? Hold on, Queen. Let me show you her right here. This is her stuff right here. This is her page. These are the looks that she do. She made this girl look. Different look. These are the different look. I'm gonna show you me. Hold on. There I am right there. That's me right there. That's one of me. Now I'll show you another look of me. She do scary makeup too. She do drastic, and there go me right there. That's me right there. That's another look. That's her doing my face right here. That's me right there. That's another look there. She do like scary stuff too. I like that look. But that's her that's her channel. All right, let me get off of here. Okay. What is her IG? That's her IG right there. Thank you, Miss Torres. All right. I think, okay. You guys ready now? We got about 32 people in the chat. You guys ready? You guys ready to, sorry guys, I have to give my little baby her props now. I have to do that. I have to plug in my, so tomorrow y'all gonna see what I look like. I'm gonna look like a decent person tomorrow. So any made up face that you have seen me on my channel, that's Dallas's work. Okay. All right. You guys ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Yep. Okay, see, she knows the deal. We say yep in this chat. Yep, and you're ready. So let me take my face off of there, because my hair look a hot mess, and I don't want to have you guys keep looking at me. But that's okay. I'm proud of my purple hair. All right, you guys ready? Okay. Today was a really, really interesting day. Today was the day that I was looking forward to make it or break it day for me, because the experts were the ones who would make me have a deciding factor of whether or not I believe there's enough evidence to convict. Okay. I was looking for a slam dunk, um, secure evidence to say this happened, right? To say this happened and to a deciding factor in the whole case, right? I was looking for what Mr. Steele said. I was looking for what the prosecutor said. Okay, I was looking for a definitive answer to whether or not to convict or whether or not to have a not guilty verdict. Okay, I'm going to tell you everything that I observed. I'm going to tell you some of the things that I really. There are some jurors who need to get the juror 101. Jury 101. Do not let the audience see your facial expression. Do not let the audience know that you are already biased. Okay? And that's what I saw today in the jury box. I saw it was so obvious, y'all. So obvious. And jurors are supposed to have that poker face that you can't see whether or not where they're going to go, where they're going towards. And today, I saw it today, y'all. I really, really saw it. And I saw the biasness in a particular juror. And I'm just going to be totally honest with you guys. I'm being totally honest. And the best thing I could do is be honest. You guys, those who know me that I'm going to tell you the facts of what I see. Okay? And one of the things I do, I observe jurors. I observe that their action, how they move, and facial expressions and all that kind of stuff. I watch. And one particular juror, you definitely know that this particular juror definitely has the man already convicted. Okay? Yes, ma'am. There's a person in my chat was looking for asking me about your channel for your makeup. That was Dallas. She bring Kobe back in here. Kobe. Oh, I thought he was coming in. Okay. So, my apologies, y'all. And I cannot be fake, okay? And the other thing too, I don't want a juror around me. You get what I'm saying? I'm in the restaurant and the jurors are right around me, and I can't have conversation with people that I would have a conversation about what I'm doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, why is this juror near me? Why? Get away. So I have to look the other way. I'm like, gotta do this way, and don't come near me. don't, because then it keeps me from having a conversation with people that I would want to have a conversation with. I'm sitting there looking at the walls and the ceiling because they're in the same place I'm eating. I'm like, go, get out of here. They're coming after me. So I'm like, this is so ridiculous. I'm trying to stay away from them. You know what I mean? Don't look at me. Don't say nothing. Don't. I'm not even saying hi. I'm not gonna say your shoes are nice. I'm not gonna. No. Okay. Don't look my way. So to saying all that, there are some jurors need to have jurors 101 class. Do they have jury classes around here in Georgia? They need to, because you're supposed to have a poker face. Any guys ever get to go on jury duty, please don't let the audience see you react to certain things, okay? Keep your poker face. Keep your poker face. Don't roll your eyes when somebody says something. Just keep the poker face. Just stare. Just look at the witness. Look at the person that's asking a question. Look at the witness. Do the ping pong tennis match type of thing. Don't make no facial expression, because I don't want to see it. Because if I see your facial expression and I see your attitude and how you rolling your eyes at this person and be like, I mean, don't do that. Have a good or a BF. Exactly, Queen. So, and I'm just saying that because I've seen some obvious facial expression, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is terrible. And the noise making and the rolling of the eyes and not paying attention, and you zone out when one side is on the stand, and it's like, come on now, you're a jury, you're supposed to be listening to all the evidence. Okay, I digress. I'm not going to even talk about it no more. All right, but anyway, let's go ahead on and what was done today. Well, today only 2 witnesses was able to get on the stand. Okay, I don't know how they're going to be done by Wednesday, because this slow motion of testimony seems like we're going to go on and on and on and on. Because we only had 2 individuals to testify today. Both were witnesses. Both were supposedly expert. One expert was the supervisor of forensic interview. She was a supervisor. She's the director of forensic interview. Okay. Her name was, unfortunately, with case like this, people make their mind up on guilty or innocent. They do, Clifton. They do. Without even and you know what? Let me tell you, I was guilty. Sorry, y'all. I'm just gonna give my little 2 cents for a minute. When I first read the indictment, and you guys was in here when I was reading the indictment, right? And remember, my question was, why would Mr. Steele take something like this? And because I know the type of person Mr. Steele is. He's a man of moral standards. He's a man of integrity. He's a man that's very disciplined. He's a man that, if he's taking a case, there is something going on, that he believes in that particular client. Because he's not going to just take any old case just to be taking a case. He's taking a case because he sees something that is not right, something that he believes in his gut that something's not working. That's why I believe he took the case. And I don't, like some people were saying in the chat, he's not the type of person that's going to mess up his reputation by standing by somebody that he feels is definitely guilty. See that? So I was already, because you have a case where it's about little kids being abused in a SA manner, right? And automatically, as a parent, as a mom, I'm thinking guilt already, right? So you got to win me over, pull me over to the side of seeing somebody's not guilty. Because I was one of those people that, from reading the indictment, and then I saw the motions and stuff like that. I was like, oh my God, why didn't Mr. Steele take this, right? And then when I went into the courthouse and I heard the opening argument on both sides, and what Mr. Steele had said, when he said the investigator lied to the father and to the mother, I was like, Mr. Steele's not going to sit here and say somebody's a liar if he doesn't have proof of them being a liar, right? So when he did his opening argument, it started helping me to kind of like turn to the almost neutral side, right? I wasn't all the way over there saying he's innocent. I was not there at all. I was like, the knob was turning towards that, okay, it's a possibility there's something not right here, right? Then I heard the testimony of the mother, right? Then when I heard the recording of her talking to her child and the coaching that she was doing, and I was like, wow. I forgot to give you guys a little bit about my background. You guys know I was a foster parent for about 15 years. And I was a foster parent of kids who were SA'd, okay? My home was a therapeutic home, okay? I have training, and I had to keep, every year I had to do a certain amount of hours of therapeutic training and going to classes and learning how to help children who has been SA'd, okay? One of my first SA cases was a 6-year-old. I picked her up from the Children's Hospital in Atlanta. This child was SA so bad, her internal organs was totally damaged. They didn't even know whether or not she'd be able to have children, okay? And when I tell you she was so damaged, like when she heard a loud noise, she will run and hide underneath the table, that type of stuff, okay? She would always like lock the doors. You know, she had a habit of locking doors. Every time I turned around, she was locking doors. There were certain things about her that, you knew that she was traumatized and she was hurt. In fact, her father was convicted because he confessed. He was convicted for 12 years. He was out in Utah. They moved him to Utah in jail, right? And she went through a lot of play therapy. And one of the things I learned in my training is you don't ask her any questions. Let her come to you, and when she would be the one to tell you, she'll go, like once in a while, something would trigger her and she would start just talking. And when she was talking, I would write things down. And sometimes I had a little camera in the house and would videotape her reactions to certain things. But I would never say anything to her because I didn't want her to feel triggered. But they told me keep notes of everything that was going on. So when we went to court, when the judge was getting ready to do the reunification, I had to produce evidence. And I even contacted the governor's office, and the governor sent 2 representatives down because it was down in Dublin, Georgia. I had to go every month for her hearing and things like that. Eventually they did reunification and she went back home. But one of the things that we were taught was never ask her question. Never. Just keep a notepad, some videotapes of what was going on, but you would never, ever, ever, ever ask a question. So when I was listening to Shelby constantly asking her daughter all these questions and leading her and coaching her, right away I knew there was something wrong, because based on my training and based on what I was told, when a child that has that kind of essay in your home, you don't ask them questions. Let the child come out of it. And I'm not a therapist, so I would never try to, do any kind of therapy on her, because that's not my job. My job was to observe and make sure that she's safe. Okay. So, and I'm saying all that because certain things that I heard at that trial, during the trial, kind of brought some memories back to me, to the little girl that I had in my home. To saying all of this, right? That's why when I first heard about this case, remember, I wasn't going to do this case at first because remember, I was supposed to go way back on Monday. In fact, I would have been able to do the Rule 22 on time if I went Monday, but I kept prolonging it and I asked you guys whether or not should I go ahead and do this case. Because when I read it, it was like, oh no, it's like a triggering type of case, right? So that's why I was giving you guys a little history about my background as far as kids that has been SA. Okay. Now, and I understand Shelby may not understand some of the stuff that she was doing was damaging her child. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're causing her to keep reliving it, and then you're pushing certain things in her that could not be true. But because you keep pumping in, she sees you as this authority figure, and it's like, okay, mommy's rewarding me. Maybe I could tell some more. You get what I'm saying by that? So then it's hard to tell what's the truth and what's the lie. You have to let her come to you and tell you certain things. You don't try to probe anything out unless you're a professional. Then you know how to do it. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. Now, today, the first witness they had on the stand was Miss Jasmine Johnson Martin. She was the supervisor of forensic exam. Hold on, I'll give you her position. Her position was Director of Forensic Services. And the company that she worked for was the Treehouse. And they started back in 1991, right? And it's a nonprofit organization. And she started there several years ago. She's from Chicago. She's from the Midwest. And the reason I mentioned that because she was talking really fast, and then she mentioned that she was from the Midwest and they talk fast there. Okay. The prosecutor asked her a lot of questions about her career, her educational background. She spoke about where she went to school and when she graduated and how many hours of training she has had, how many cases her company gets per year. She says about 350 per year, but that's a small amount because it's in a rural area, and so they cater to people in the mountain area, mountain circuit, right? They also talk about how many interviews, forensics interviews she has conducted herself, and she has done over 1,500 forensics interviews, right? And they ask her about how does she go about in her interviewing process, and she talks about the 3 phases of the interviewing processes that they work on. The first phase is basically hold on, let's see. The first phase is I think this is the exploring. Hold on. I think it's the exploring. And then the second phase is the transition. Then the last phase is closing, right? When they first, she tried not to get any information about the case, right? She basically interviews the child. She placed the child in a setting that is very comfortable for the child. Like, for example, they showed a video of her interview with Emerson, right? When Emerson walked into the room, she asked Emerson to sit in the green chair because, the room is colorful. She has like play stuff like a ball. She has like paper there and some coloring markers or crayons, and it gives them a setting so it's like not too therapeutic. I'm just saying it's more like a regular setting, so she would be comfortable. She would be able to express herself. and she said they don't do it longer than 45 minutes, right? And they ask her whether or not she's an advocate for children. She says no, she's an advocate for the truth, right? They talk about what her position is. She's a supervisor, so she supervised other interviewers, right? So how are you doing tonight? Keep up the good work. Thank you, Keith. Yeah, in a children's setting. Thank you, Kim. So she says child-friendly environment, right? And it's non-biased, right? So she gets the story. She allows the children to tell their story in their own way. Okay. She helps them to feel comfortable with, and then first she tells them exactly what's going on in the room. She'll tell them that there's cameras in the room. She'll tell them where the cameras are and everything, right? Emerson was so adorable. She was saying things that a 3-year-old would say. She was sweet little baby. She was very funny at certain times. She would ask questions and then she would tell the lady no and stuff like that. There was questions that she was asking. She would ask her open-ended question, meaning questions that it was not leading to anything. It was more of her asking the question to her and let her give the answer, right? She talked about the different protocols that they use in the settings, right? And what she's not writing anything. There is a person that's looking at her doing the interview that's doing more of the writing of what they're observing. The observer is basically writing everything. And the people that usually involved is the investigator, her, and someone from her team who actually is writing. And they're in the viewing room. The child doesn't see it, but there's like a mirror or a monitor that they're watching the child interaction with the interviewer, which is Jasmine. And in the room, she's asking questions to Emerson about. She takes a little a paper with somebody's body part. Like she has one sheet that has male picture on it. She'll have the front part of the male and the back part of the male, right? And then another picture she has, which is a piece of paper and it's two folded, and she folded. One side is the front side, the other side is the back side. So she would ask Emerson about, what body part is this, and Emerson would give the name that it is, and then she'll say, do anybody touch? Has anybody touched? Or and Emerson was saying no. Emerson kept saying things like she asked what body part was what. She mentioned the tootie. She mentioned the butt part, and she mentioned oh, I forgot to tell you. The group of children, they named them littles. Littles are ages from 5 and younger. So Emerson at the time was 3 when she did the interview, and it's 5 and under. Those are considered littles, right? And then she says most of her interview, 1/3 of all the interviews she has done has been with littles, which is 5 and under. Okay. She met with Emerson 5 days after the supposedly situation, which was on the 20th of May 2023. She met with Emerson on May 25th. That Thursday, she met with Emerson, and there was supposed to be like a window of time, and they were already at that cusp of that window. Okay. And it's supposed to be the 5 day within 5 days. Okay. When Emerson came, she was not told of the incident would occur. She wasn't told. That's the interview, right? They asked her, did she follow the protocol when she interviewed Emerson? She said yes. She says, then they asked her, was it recorded? And she said, yes, it was recorded. It was recorded by the person that worked with her colleague, right? And the colleague was sitting in the viewing room, okay? And she says the child knows that, because she explains to the child, to Emerson, that there is a person that's looking and at the camera and they see everything that's going on, okay? And then she says she tried to have the child to understand what she is saying. So that's why she lets the child know that there is somebody looking, okay? Then she talked about the time length was about 45 minutes that she was with Emerson. And they asked her, did Emerson ever disclose any essay? Right? And she said no. Emerson said no. And then she also said that children that age do not have the ability to verbalize or describe the act. So what she has to do is observe her and her action and her demeanor, how she handled a particular question. Was she quiet? Did she move around? I mean, she had to do more observation than asking a question, because most of the questions they asked Emerson wasn't telling the truth. Because she asked Emerson, how old are you? Emerson says 15. She said she was 15 years old. That's what Emerson told her. And I mean, when I tell you Emerson was such a she was a sweetheart. She was just giving all kinds of stories, right? She okay, she was she did say she was 15. A lot of the people in the courtroom was laughing because Emerson was she was so adorable. She was just so then she did tell her she was hungry. Should she have a snack? So then she went and got Emerson a snack. Emerson was just too much. She was too much. She was just so a sweetheart. She was just so cute. So she Emerson denied anybody ever touched her. She even asked her, did you ever tell your mommy that you were somebody touched you? She said no. Emerson said no. She didn't tell her mom. She denied it, right? But then Jasmine says 72% of the children that age denies it. And it says 1 to 10% do false allegation. Only a small percent of them do false allegation. So throughout the whole child play she was doing, Emerson told her no. She asked her, did you tell your mom or did you tell anybody that someone touched? No. So then it says, she was asking a question about, did this person touch you? Did they touch this part? And she was like, no. Then she did say yes when they asked whether or not somebody touched her leg. And she said, ask her, who touched your leg? She says, my mama. And she says, why did mama touch your leg? She said, put lotion on it. So she said, mom put lotion on her leg. So, and then she asked for a snack, and she said she's hungry. She said she's hungry and she wanted a snack. So Jasmine got up to go get her a snack. And when she got up, Emerson got up and took her seat, went and sat in the other seat. And then when Jasmine came back, she was, oh, somebody took my seat. And so, that was it. And so they talked some more, and she talked about drawing. She kept saying no to a lot of the questions they were asking. So she did not disclose any essay abuse at all. Okay. the thing that was interesting, when Jasmine was asking her about Papa, it was like 3 different Papa they talked about, right? There was a Papa with Mama, there was a Papa with Mimi, and there was another Papa. So I'm like, okay, which Papa are they talking about? I knew Papa with Mimi was Chris's mom and dad, which is Samuel, and it was Janet. So that was Mimi. Mimi is Janet, right? Then Mama was Shelby's mom, but she also said there was a Papa with that one. So, and then she said when she first said, they asked her who lives with you, she says Mama, Mommy, Daddy, and Ada, right? And then she asked where do Mama live. She said she lived in her own house, but she originally said Mama lived with them, but Mama didn't live with them. Mama lived in her own house. So she was saying a lot of things that was kind of confusing, but and she was all over the place in as far as her answers. So, but she did not say any kind of thing about any essays, right? That was those questions. Then they asked whether or not she did an interview for forensic interview with the little one. She didn't do an interview with Addie. She did Ada. She did an interview with what's her name? Ariel. She did an interview with Ariel. Ariel's a couple of months older than Emerson. Now, Ariel was more very talkative, very direct. She gave more answers, and she also said there was never any kind of anybody touching her private parts and stuff like that. She even said that. Okay, that was during her forensics interview. But they did ask Jasmine about her personal opinion about it. And, of course, Mr. Steele objected, but the judge overruled, said he wanted to hear what she had to say about her personal opinion. And she did say that Ariel did show some sort of like reservation in her answers. She got quiet about certain question that was asked, right? But Mr. Steele was basically saying that she's not an expert in that. She doesn't have the expert for scientific studies type of thing. So, but the judge still allowed Jasmine to give her personal opinion on that. Okay. And we went to lunch. They let Jasmine come back because Mrs. Steele decided to end the testimony. I mean, there were some other questions that I wrote down. I just didn't think that it was like, if you guys wanted to hear this part, right? Oh, they did ask her about who bathed her. They asked Emerson who bathed her, and she said her mom and dad bathed her. They asked, have Papa ever bathed you? She said no. Okay, we talked about the mama touching her leg. She asked her, was there a time you told mama that someone hurt you? And she answered no. And then she asked her, did anybody ever make her feel sad? She said, yeah. She says, why did they make you feel sad? And she said, because they ate my breakfast. Somebody ate her breakfast and she felt sad. So that was that part with that one. So I'm telling you, she was so funny. And then she even she asked her, can she take a snack with her? She says, yeah. Then when she got up, she took a little chair, she pushed the chair in, and you want everything? Okay, let me read it. She said she wants everything, y'all. Okay, they asked her what was her daddy name. She said Chris. They asked her what's your mommy name. She said Shelby. Then she says, because then they ask, what is your sister name? She says Ada. And she says, what do you call your mommy's mommy? Mimi. And then she says, Mimi is Chris's mom. And then Mama is Shelby's mom. Oh, that she did say to her, we already practiced already. She was kind of smart mouth on a couple of things, right? She showed her a naked of a drawing, a naked person, right? Then she says, who's that? She said, that's a boy, right? And then she says, Mama touched her leg. We talked about that. She says, does anybody else have ever touched her leg? She says, no. She says, she's told her I can't draw a picture. And then she says, okay, we did that part. We did they ate her breakfast. She asked her, what do you like to do for fun? She says, play in the playground. She says, what do you play in the playground? She says, I just on the slide. She go to Mama. She asks, who takes you to the park? She says, Mama, take her to the park, right? How old is she now? She is 6. She's 6 years old now. She says, Mama, take her to the park. And she tell me about a person who brought you here. And then she goes and said her daddy, her mama, and her mommy brought her to the forensic interview. And Mama did not bring her. It was just her daddy and her and the mom. So she didn't tell the truth in that. So because Mama didn't come. Then she wasn't paying attention. She says, Jasmine asked her, did you hear my question? And Emerson says, no. She told her, no, she didn't hear the question. Okay, we talked about how she asked for a snack and she was hungry. Let's see. That was basically it. The video was about 45 minutes. We sat there and watched the whole video. And there was a couple of empty spaces when she went to go get her snack. And I think part of it was to observe her reaction while she was sitting in the room by herself. So, and she laid her head on the table. And she got up. She got her little paint drawing, and she was drawing something. And she seemed like she was like bored at first. Yeah, Cheryl said kisses and hugs. Oh yeah, kisses and hugs. They asked about the kisses and hugs. I got it in my notes, Cheryl. I got it in my notes. Let me go to my notes. Hold on a second. I wrote it in my notes. I promise you, y'all. I was just trying to get by. Okay, yeah. They asked about who gave her kisses and how did they kiss her? Was it in the mouth? She asked the did Papa kiss you? Where did Papa kiss you? She says on her cheek. I can't. Oh, she sleep with. Look at Cheryl. Cheryl, you want to come up here and tell what everything else? Cheryl said, tell it all. Just tell it all. Okay. She asked who did she sleep with? Do you sleep with Papa? She told him no, but then she didn't give too much. It was Ariel who said that she slept with Papa one time. That was Ariel. But she said no, she didn't sleep with Emerson says she didn't sleep with Papa. She slept with Mimi. But Ariel gave more description because she said Papa slept on his own bed. But she slept with Papa one time. Yeah, Cheryl was there. Thank you, Cheryl. I was trying to go past this. I got my notes, y'all. I got a lot of notes, okay? I didn't know you want the specific. Okay. Okay, Cheryl, what else do I need to say? We talked about the sleeping in the bed arrangement. We talked about who give her kisses and what type of kisses that they give. Did anybody kiss her in the mouth? I think Mama kissed them in the mouth, but Papa kissed her on the cheek. Did anybody touch her hands? He says, well, Emerson said no, but Ariel said yes. Ariel was more saying that you get in trouble if somebody touch your butt. And she said, "Where you get in trouble at?" She said, "At school." She said, "Do you get in trouble at home if somebody touch your butt?" She said, "No." But then she asked to identify body parts, of course. And they identified a body part, and they asked who told you this particular, what is called, and she said who told her what, like tootie, who told her it's a tootie. What do daddy calls dad a tootie? Or, it was asking those kind of questions. It was a whole bunch of questions like that. Cheryl, did I miss anything? Did I miss anything on that one? I'm trying to move on from those things, that video, okay? And then Ariel's video was 58 minutes. Emerson's video was 45. Ariel was 58. 45 was played by the state, right? The 58 minutes tape was played by the defense of Ariel, okay? How did it make it to court? Queen, I'm going to tell you in a minute. I'm going to tell you in a minute how I made it to court. Okay, I'm good now. Okay, thank you, Cheryl. Okay, now, Cheryl, are we ready for the nurse? We're ready for the forensic nurse now? The essay nurse. Okay, now, okay, let me back up a little bit, y'all. Remember yesterday, right? I want you guys to put this in a pen. Yesterday, Chris said that he took Emerson to the bathroom. Remember, Emerson had to go use the bathroom by the barn, and so he took her over and he held her up and she urinated, and then he shook her so she could dry herself. Remember, he said that he shook her, right? And remember, he said that Emerson never made any comment about her tootie hurting or anything. Remember, nothing. She never mentioned anything was going on with her. Remember that, right? Remember, put a pin there, okay? Remember that. When her dad took her to go to the bathroom, because remember, she had to go to the bathroom, and he made sure she went to the bathroom, and he held her up and shake her. He never said anything like she said, never said anything was hurting her or anything like that. Put a pin there. Put that pin there, okay? Put it there, and keep that in your memory box, okay? Dad took her to the bathroom when he went down to the barn. But remember, supposedly Sam did the unthinkable to the two girls down there by the barn within a 30-minute time frame. Remember that. Put a pin there. Okay? Grandpa's supposed to be touched them. In fact, did the unthinkable with his fingers in their tootie down at the barnyard. His son went down there, didn't see anything, he saw them standing on a trailer, and there was a broken piece there. He didn't see them any kind of thing. They were not yelling or anything like that, but remember, she never said her tootie hurt when her dad took her to go use the bathroom. Remember that, right? Put a pin there. Okay, now we're going to talk about the SA nurse, the SANE nurse, which is the sexual assault nurse examiner. Okay, that's Sane, S-A-N-E. Her name is Christine Thomas Adams. Okay, she is the person who did the report on her findings. She did the examination. Okay, in her examination, I forgot to tell you. Hold on, I need you guys to take another pen. When Shelby was up there testifying, she talked about Emerson having a lot of UTI, and she had a yeast infection a couple of times. Remember that, right? Emerson had UTIs and yeast infections. Remember that. UTI, yeast infection. Pin that. Pin the UTI, pin the, her dad took her down to go use the bathroom. She didn't have any kind of pain. Remember that. Keep that in your memory box. Now, Christine is the nurse, right? Who does the investigation, who does the examination for children who has been SA. Y'all know what SA mean, right? Sexual. I can't say those words too much on YouTube because those are triggering words for YouTube, and they don't want you to say that. So just remember SA, okay? In her examination with Ariel, not Ariel, with because she didn't do an examination on Ariel. She did examination on Emerson, and she did an examination on Addie. Ada. That's how you say your name, right? Ada? Okay. She did a she did the but remember, the forensic interview notes are on her report before she does the interview, because you saw Jasmine's note, because they show you that Jasmine's note, and then this is before she actually takes the examination of the two children. Okay. Now, and remember, Chris had mentioned that the lady, he saw the cameras in the room, and he was really upset because he didn't want his child to go through that. Remember that? Okay. Okay. Oh, I forgot to tell you. In the forensics interview, Emerson's forensic interview was in the Commerce location, and Ariel's forensic interview was at the Winder location. Okay, at two different locations. Okay, a couple of days apart. Now, the state went through Miss Thompson's background, her educational background. She has been a nurse for 29 years. Okay. She became a SANE, S-A-N-E, nurse. It's a specialized nurse since 2018. No, she did a basic SANE, which is the S-A, right? You know that word, S-A, nurse, nurse examiner, right? This is when they take forensic, they take the kit, they do all examination, they examine the pelvic and all this kind of stuff of SA victims, right? And she does it for children. And she started doing children in 2018, but she became an SA nurse examiner since 2012, okay? Which is roughly about 14 years. But she started specializing in children since 2018. Children, anyone under the age of 18. Okay. And when they brought her, Emerson, to her, she did the examination. One of the things that she said when she was examining Emerson, she says that she basically try to tell her how certain thing was going to feel. Like she'll tug at her face to tell her that when she examined her, she's going to feel something like that. Now she was doing it in her, the private part of area and things like that. Okay. She said that she took the like the scope thing that goes inside. It's a camera. It goes inside you and it could see your pelvic area and all that kind of stuff, right? She did the examination on Emerson, but what she said is she didn't go to the point of inserting it inside her vajayjay because she didn't want to touch the hymic area, because if she does it, it would be painful. Remember that, right? She said it would be painful for that child. Here's my question. Remember I told you to hit that pin? Remember they said that Emerson was SA in her because of blunt trauma, right? That means when she used the bathroom with her dad, she should have been in pain, because the doctor in the examination refused to do it in that area, right? No, it wasn't broken. The hymic was not broken. No, it's not broken. She said it was trauma it's not broken at all. No, hymic was not broken. It's not broken. Still there. It's not broken. But let me tell you, one of the questions that was asked is, because she was saying there was redness. Hold on, let me just read exactly what she said. Hold on, so you guys will know. She said, and some of these words I cannot say. They're like the pee-pee thing, the thing that they pee out of, right? She said that was normal, right? She also said the neural, whatever that thing is, she said that was enlarged, right? And they asked why, what reason would it be enlarged? And she said sometime if a child doesn't wipe right, or if the child if a child has had UTIs or some sort of bladder infection or that could cause it to be red or inflamed and stuff like that. And you remember her mom said that she always had UTI because she wasn't wiping right. She's a baby. Babies don't know how to wipe themselves good. And they said a large percent of children that age have that because they're not doing good hygiene. They're not taking care of this. So they're not wiping right. They're babies. They don't know how to wipe. Unless the parents doing the wiping and doing it right, sometimes they may have feces getting inside there and it will cause some sort of infection and things like that. Okay? So they saying that it was generalized. It was slightly red. And it says the tissue that over the hymen was overlapped. And it was irregular. There was no definitive answer of whether or not this child was actually penetrated. They said there was some blunt trauma, but you got to understand that the blunt trauma, remember, she rode on a pony. So blunt trauma could have been like her riding on a horse like this. You get what I'm saying? There was a lot of things that was happening. You get what I'm saying? So the part that really, really kind of gung ho was when the doctor was saying that she did not want to do the examination because it would hurt her. So, but they're saying that supposedly Papa did some thing that would have hurt her. when she went to pee right away with her daddy, she would have been hurting. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you guys, y'all understand what I'm saying? She, in her note, she never said her opinion is that she actually was penetrated and that was it. She didn't say that. But the state asked her what her opinion. Now, in her report didn't say nothing. It said normal and it says certain things and it says certain things about not wiping right and all that. But when the state asked her the question of her personal opinion of this, she said that is possible. She didn't say definite. She said it's possible that is blunt trauma that could cause it from some essay. But her notes does not say that. You got what I'm saying? Because even when Colette, Mr. Steele's wife, is the one that's doing a cross-examination of this nurse, she objected. She says, Your Honor, she does not have experience on the scope. And the judge first sustained it. And then the other one said this. And then he says, okay, I'll allow it. Let's hear where this is coming to. So Colette said, I object again, right? But the judge let her say it. And then the jurors took that. Okay. Now remember, Colette's not up there yet. Okay. To me, it was a lot of wordplay. It was a lot of wordplay because her report, remember, her report absolutely does not say that. There was no sidebar. They don't do too much sidebars there, C sheets. Not too many sidebars at all. I haven't seen not one sidebar in that courtroom. Not one sidebar at all. And the state is very decent. It's not as horrible as the states that I've seen do cases. This Mr. Maynard, I forgot his name. He's a pretty cool, laid back old man. But you could tell that there's some wordplay in here. Okay. There's no definitive examination in the paperwork that says absolutely this child, the examination we saw is absolutely essay. That's not in there. It's not in there at all, y'all. It says that it was normal. Her hymen is still there. Okay. But she said there is some irregular tissue overlap in her hymen. And that could be. And then when Colette came up there I forgot to tell you, the nurse report is not peer reviewed. Not reviewed by another peer. Because most of the time expert to come in, it has to have peer reviews of certain things. No, her stuff is not peer reviewed. So if she make a mistake in her reporting, it's just there. It's not like, how somebody do quality control to check to see if all of everything T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted. That's not done in that facility. So whatever she puts down is it. Okay. But she did not put what she's saying on the stand on her paperwork. She's not putting that down. Do you understand what I'm saying? She's not putting it down. She's given what the observation is. She does not give a conclusion of what it came from. What is it from? She says that there's irregular tissue overlap, but she doesn't say, okay, this tissue overlap is because of this happened. She said the possibility in her own words, but not on the paperwork. Do you understand what I'm saying by that, right? All right. This is the part that really, really disgusted me, y'all. I was so angry. I was so angry. Here's why I was angry, okay? They're not supposed to even show you this child vagina, but this man's carrying this little paper. He turns it towards the audience, and we seen them. He didn't give it to the jury. I'm seeing the baby's private part. Where they do that at? We're the audience. We're not the jury. So why is the? And he says, oh, he's putting it in an envelope, y'all, and he's putting it in an envelope like this, is brown envelope. He putting it in a brown envelope, and he turns it towards us, and he putting it in there. I'm like, why am I seeing the baby's private part? I was so freaking angry. I was like, why is he showing this child? And even one of the sister to Shelby, she started crying because you're seeing the baby's body part. You're seeing the child's. I was so livid. I'm like, why is this man showing this baby's thing? And it wasn't like he wasn't like, okay, this is it. He was putting it in an envelope for the jurors to see it in the back, right? But while he's putting it inside the envelope, he turns it in the audience for the audience to see it. This is crazy. And he did it not once. He did it also with Addie's thing as well. He's like, oh, I'm putting it in here. This is state's number, blah, 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 blah. And he turns it towards us like this, like as he's putting it inside the what's the name? I was like, this is disgusting. Just like Chris did not want to see his child with Jay Jabo, and I don't want the world to see this baby's private part. It was so I was livid. I was upset about that. And then her aunt was crying. As she cried now, emotions. It was crazy, y'all. It was crazy. It was really, I did not like that at all. I did not like that. But okay, let me continue. I put down, the sister started crying, and the jurors looked over at her, and she's crying. Not only she's crying, but her brother-in-law, her brother is crying. Shelby's brother-in-law, which is married to her sister. The lady sitting next to her, she was crying. So I'm like, you have all these family members in the front right there crying because you're showing a picture of the baby's vagina. Both babies, children. And you're being very selfish and you want a reaction, which was, I was upset because it wasn't for the audience to see that. Certain things is not for, because we're not the one the jurors. We're not the one that's supposed to see that. He didn't put it on the what's the name? He's supposed to just put it in the envelope for them because those are babies. But he showed it. He acted like he was putting it inside the envelope, and he conveniently showed it to the audience. Conveniently, which I thought it was disgusting. Not cool at all. Okay, sorry for my reaction, but I was a little ticked off. Not a little, a lot. All right, and in the I was gonna give you the nurse talked about when before she starts in the examination, she gets the medical history from the parent, right? Did the mom cry? The mom was not in there. The mom's not in there anymore. The mom is gone. She went home. She's not. They did her. She did her interview. The dad did their interview. They're not in the courtroom anymore. They're not in the courtroom anymore. They're home. But okay. Let me okay, when the nurse, I forgot to tell you this part. When the nurse is doing their examination, what she do is first she gets the medical history from the parents or the caretaker, and she goes over all the things, the history of whether or not they have had any kind of medical conditions or anything like that, anything family history, all that. They discuss it with the parents. Then after that, she gets the information of the social history, right? And then she finds out what brought them here, and then she get that information from the forensic interview. Okay. They decide not to do the full examination on Ada because Ada had on a pamper, and then pamper has like she might have wet and she had moisture in there, so the she would have redness and stuff like that in her examination, her the pictures that they took, because she goes and she has them to do three forms, three position. I mean, there's two position that she has them. She has them in a cannonball position where they have the arm, I mean, everything like a cannonball, how you roll up like a cannonball so she can see her anal part, right? Or they will do the frog, right, where their legs is open wide and she could see in between, her JJ, right? So the two positions that she put them in. And then one position is very difficult for them. It's called the rabbit, where they put their anus up and then it's like a rabbit, like bunny and rabbit, right? So they didn't do the bunny rabbit position. She only did the cannonball and the frog position. So she can go and see the stuff, their private part. And she takes pictures. She takes lots of pictures, different angles of the body part and stuff like that. So she did see there was a mount irregular bulge in Ada's pictures, but she did not go on the inside like she did with Emerson, right? So that's basically it on the examination part. And that was with the state, right? Then you have the defense come to do the cross-examination. Colette is up to do the examination. So Colette is asking her questions about her experience, right? Colette asked her, basically, you did 2 years of community college to get your nursing degree in 1997, right? And then she asked her about when she moved, because she's from California, she moved down to Georgia and she started working at Athens Regional in Georgia. And she became a certified pediatric, right? She asked her about whether or not she became a certified SANE nurse. She's not certified. She has taken some classes, 40-hour courses, and she said the reason why she didn't become certified is because of, her financial. She didn't have the money to pay for it for her to become certified, right? But then Colette brought it to her attention that the association that she belongs to has funding to pay for individuals who want to go to that next level in getting their certification, become a certified SANE, because she's not certified a SANE. She's only she has working hours to be a SANE, the sexual assault nurse examiner, right? She went in, talked about the GSAC, which is basic training, and she talked about the 40 hours, right? The CPN test, which she said she sat for the CPN test. That's this certified pediatric nurse. That's the regular. That's not the SANE. SANE is the sexual, So she's not certified that. She's just a certified pediatric. So then, because right now, Colette is still cross-examining her. She's not finished with her yet. She did not pass. She did try to get. She's never sat for the boards to become a certified SANE nurse. She's never sat to become certified. So she's not what you call a real expert in SANE. She's an expert as a regular pediatric nurse, but not a SANE. She doesn't have a certification for SANE, but she has the hours, but not the certification. So Colette was asking her question about Miss Dickinson, which is a clinical director, and she asked her about does she have any peer review of her work, which she claims she does. No one has it because the person that's supposed to do her peer review didn't have time to peer review her and all that. So therefore, that kind of watered down her reporting, because it's like you cannot have your work as being an expert where you don't have somebody checking your work. Get what I'm saying? To make sure everything is done, all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted. So we're left off with her still doing a cross-examination of that particular nurse. And then what the state tried to do was try to circumvent the expert that is coming in. There's an expert that's coming in that's going to come right after this nurse, because that expert is going to refute everything that particular nurse said. So it's going to be really be interesting, because what do you say? Sorry for the cap. Oh, no, it's okay. It's going to be very interesting, because you have individuals who have and the thing is, I just pray and hope that the jury do things according to what the law is, and not emotional feeling. Because remember, Frost, his thing was emotion. It wasn't actual law stuff. They did emotion, and that's not good when you have a set of jury who's going to operate on emotion and not the law and facts and evidence. Because according to what I have seen and what I've heard and the reports that was done, there is no evidence of actual SA. Now you might have a person that has the mindset of my way or or the highway, because according to what Chris was saying on the stand, his dad, no offense to anybody that's watching this, right? I'm a neutral party. I don't know anybody in here. All I'm going is by what I hear, what I'm seeing in as evidence and stuff. I see a father who's has no emotion compass. He doesn't have any kind of the dad seemed more of a control, an individual that's controlling. Because someone sent me a message the other day, and let me read the message they sent me, and I want to address that person's message. And they're right. I don't know Samuel McDuffie. I don't know anybody in this thing. I'm a very neutral party, and I see people hurting. I see children being used as a pawn, and it's sad that these children are the ones that is being what I want to say, they're the ones who are being used for two adults who have some sort of rivalry, and the children are the pawn in this confusion. Get what I'm saying? The poor children are the ones that's suffering through this, because now they don't have their grandparents, right? And their body parts is being shown all over to regular people on the street. I shouldn't have to see the child's private part. It's not my business. Y'all understand what I'm saying? The children, nobody wins in this case, y'all. Nobody wins. Thank you, C-Sheets. Exploited. Yeah. Nobody wins. And the children are the one that's being exploited. And it's very, very sad. It's really, my heart goes out to those kids. That's who I kept thinking about, was those children. Those children. And I definitely believe Shelby needs some therapy. She needs some therapy because there's some unresolved issue that she has, and she's letting her unresolved issue affect her children. Why isn't the dad in the courtroom to hear the facts? He says he's busy, he's working. Do you want, I mean, you can understand why he doesn't want to, because he's angry. The dad is angry. Chris is angry. He's angry because his children have to go through this. I mean, you can't, y'all, it's like I told you, y'all, this is one of those hard cases that it's not a cute case at all. It's not a cute case. I just hope Shelby understand that just because she has a feeling about something, didn't have any concrete. I mean, she should have went back and really think about what she was doing. If your husband went down there to go get your child never mentioned to him at the time that she's hurting down there, because he took her to the bathroom, y'all. He took her to the bathroom. That's the part you got to understand. He would have been mad, Cheryl, if he saw those pictures, because I was upset, and I'm not even the mom and the dad. I was upset. Cheryl, I was so livid. I was like, I don't want to see the baby stuff. For what? And it was not cool for him to do that. He could have just put it on the table and slip it inside the envelope. Why are you gonna pick it up and turn it towards the audience? Not once, but twice. The other child stuff too. Why are you gonna show it to us? He didn't turn it towards the jury, because the jury is the one who got to make a decision to this, okay? Not us. Well, there's no winners, none whatsoever, and everyone has their opinion. I just hope that healing will begin. I hope all parties become healed, and I know that family is going to have some sort of intense therapy, because how do you come back from something like this? And I know kids will bounce back. Kids are very resilient. I just hope that this will be the last time. And anytime something ever happened like this, I don't want it to be a cry wolf type of thing when it's something actually happened and no one's not going to believe it. And it's not cool at all. And every kid acts differently with essay, but little kids, little ones, hey, Lewis, little ones, they normally, you will see, just watch them, you will see their reaction. And then most of the time, they don't say it in words. You'll see how they act about certain things. So, guys, I hope you guys got, Cheryl, did I do everything that, did I forget anything, Cheryl? Because I'm a little bit emotional in this. It's hard to sit in the courtroom and watch all this craziness, because it's a bunch of actors in a play, in a movie. But this is real life. Real life. Real people. Real life, real people. And remember, y'all, I'm not on anybody's side on anything. I'm on the children's side, if anything. If I'm going to be on anybody's side, I'm on the children's side. I'm not on the mama's side. I'm not on the daddy's side. I'm not on the grandma's side. I'm not on grandpa's side. I'm for the children. And I just wish adults would stop using children as pawn. It has been a long 3 days, Cheryl. Cheryl, I was not going to do this case, because when I saw what type of case it was, I knew this is something that's very emotional. That's something that's very triggering for a lot of people. And a lot of people will give their opinion based on their own emotion and for the emotion. It just I'm reading a success message, and I say for emotion. I meant it's very emotional. I'm definitely gonna pray that healing will come. There's some healing come out of this. I don't know if the family will ever get back to normal, whatever normal is for them. I don't know what normal is for them. I know it's a job for some people, but their lives are turned upside down, and I know they didn't want this out. I know Chris won. I felt for Chris. I really did. I really felt for that man. I really did I felt for him. I really felt for him. I felt because he wanted to protect his children. He didn't want this kind of stuff to even be. That's why he didn't want to be there. Because remember, he said when he saw those cameras in that room, he did not. He wanted everything to be discreet. And this is not discreet because this old. Let me shut up. I was about to say this old man showing the baby body part like that to the audience. That was not cool. I wonder that he have grandkids. You gotta protect the babies, yo. Ugh. It's a tough case. Very tough case. Not a fun case at all. They said it's supposed to be over by Wednesday, but I doubt it'd be over by Wednesday. Because they have a lot of witnesses. They only did 2 witnesses today. And they did 2 yesterday. They did 1 on. No, they did 2 on on Wednesday. Did I do 2? They did Shelby? No, they did 2. They did that, the one who took pictures, and then they did Shelby. Yeah, they did 2 on Wednesday. Shelby and Chris on yesterday, and today is the two experts. Yeah. Well, okay, guys. It's 12 o'clock, and I've been on here for an hour and 37 minutes. I am about to take my butt off on this live and get some of this negativity off of me. I'm gonna pray tonight, y'all, because this is like a heavy spirit of heaviness. These kind of cases are really hard. And I just pray that healing will happen. I pray healing for the whole. I pray wholeness, healing. This is a hard thing, y'all. Again, I want to thank Carol for membership, and congratulations, Kimberly, on 24 months and being with this channel. Hopefully you guys will continue to support, continue to watch, share, like, all of the above, because you guys, without you, there will not be any infamous Sylvia to go do these cases and try to bring you the information firsthand, boots on the ground, traveling and all, because without you guys, it's not possible. So if you want to sow into this channel, this is the way you can do so. All of those are the ways you can support. Thank you, Sylvia. Wish I could send you money. You've been working hard. I'm just too. Don't say that, Kim. Don't say the BROKE. Don't do that because you're putting life to those words. Don't say that. Just say you're delayed for a moment. Don't say you BROKE because none of us are BROKE. Because you know what? We have a father who has 1,000 cows in the hills, and I mean, you can't. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Change your vocabulary. Okay, ma'am? Don't say that. Just say there's a delay. There's a delay. All right. So those who wish whatever form of support you want to do. Yeah, don't say that. Don't ever say the BROKE. Don't say that. We do not speak death in our finance. We speak life. Okay. A lot of times the stuff that we're getting is what we're thinking. We got to think better. We got to speak life into our situation. Okay. Don't, because the more you start, the energy you put behind the negative is what you're going to keep getting. Okay. Speak life. Speak life. Okay. It's not on vocabulary. Let's take it out your vocabulary. Don't, lack is not part of us. Okay. We live the abundant life. Okay. We might have delay, but that's part of life. You know, we're going to have delay. But let me tell you something. God is going to take care of every single need that you have. Yes, you're rich. My account hasn't figured that out yet. Yeah, exactly. You're rich. You're wealthy. You have overflow. All right. That we got to stop thinking that stinking thinking. Get rid of the stinking thinking. Think positive. Okay. Overflow, overflow, overflow. All right. And start thanking God for all the stuff you have. Because when you're grateful for the things you have, He's going to give you more. He'll give you more and more and more and more on top of more. Okay. So it's a blessing. And God is just blessing us. Okay. We have life. As long as we have life, income's going to come. Right. All right. So let's not think lack. Think abundance. My beautiful, wonderful people. You guys have a great night. And tomorrow we'll go and harass Dallas and get her to beat my face and do something to this hair because you know all this gray stuff is coming through here. We got to do something about this, okay? We got to do something about it. We can't do all of this gray stuff around here. I need to get it cut down so we can get the purple back in here, right? Y'all, I was in the store. I'm like, I love this purple. I love this purple. This is like, but then you see the white stuff. I'm like, oh, look, all in the roots, y'all. Look, it's coming through. Look at that. Oh, gosh, the gray. Gray is coming through. But anyway, y'all, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. I love you guys. And hopefully you guys got a glimpse of what happened in court today. This is not cool. It's not fun. I just pray that healing will come about for everybody that's involved. And you can see the division in the courtroom, y'all. You see Shelby's family and friends, and you see the other side. It's so much. And the division is there. I just pray that healing would come about. God don't make mistakes. There's a reason for everything, right? He doesn't make mistake. And there might be a lesson to be learned by Sam. Lesson to be learned by somebody in there, because I'm learning a lesson. I'm learning a lot, you know, and I just pray for everybody. And I just hope nobody don't come at me with being mad at me. I'm just reporting, okay, y'all? Don't be mad at me. I'm just reporting what I see. And as I said before, we need some Jurors 101. Keep a poker face. Stop showing the way you feeling about something. Stop it. Poker face, jurors. Poker face. All right? I shouldn't see you making all these kind of crazy faces. Because then you know what? You know me. I'm going to report it. I'm going to report it. That jurors, I'm not going to say which juror. I'm just going to say some jurors are just like giving the eye rolling and all that kind of stuff. Poker face, jurors. Poker face. I hope you're not watching me. I hope you're not. Because if you see Not cool. Better not be watching me. Thank you, Kim. Thank you so much. And y'all, this is my element. This is where I thrive. I do my best work in the courtroom. And listen, y'all, I am a Mr. Brian Steele fan. Yes, I am, y'all. If it wasn't for Mr. Steele, I wouldn't be at that courthouse because I would have never known about this case if it wasn't for Mr. Steele. That's why I'm there. But I'm not there to be a cheerleader for him per se. I mean, I love his work. And I love the integrity that he holds. I love the type of person he is. And he is a very, very, I know he might not, you guys might think that he shouldn't be representing somebody as with those type of charges, but he is a man that's here to make sure justice is done right. And that's what he's there for. You may not agree with the type of charges that the man has. I was just like some of you guys. I was just like some of you guys when I saw the charges, because the mama bear came in me when I heard those type of charges. But then I started seeing some of the evidence and some of the things that they talk about, and it's like, okay, now I see why Mr. Steele is here, all right? And I guarantee you, there's something that Samuel will probably regret, as far as, I don't know if he ever gonna have a relationship with Shelby. I don't know. Because it's crazy. I don't know if he'll ever, especially with something like this. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. And you know what? You should never put a man in jail because you think. No, you're supposed to put a person in jail when there's evidence of concrete evidence that this person did it. Not you feel it's a possibility. Maybe. No, that's not cool. You have to have evidence. You have to have, why didn't they have DNA testing? Why didn't they take the child's underwear and test it for any kind of DNA from the grandpa? Why do you wait past 5 days to do this? Why? Do you understand what I'm saying? Why do you have, where's the DNA? Steele is the kind of person you want speaking on your behalf. Believe that the truth should be enough, and he'll fight for you. It's not strong. If it's not strong, I'll be honorable and clean attorney. Yes, he definitely is. And that's why I follow a lot of his cases, because he's a man of integrity. And people don't know it, but people don't know that man like I do. I mean, the time I spend with him, one-on-one personally, spend with that man. And I respect him. I respect his work, And this is the first time I've ever seen Colette really do a fight. Because most of the time I've seen her do like a plea deals and stuff like that. But I've never seen her actually cross-examine anybody. And it's been a treat. It's been a treat seeing her do her work. And they're a power team. They work well together. And she don't play. She's a tough cookie, y'all. Colette is very tough. Very tough. And she know her stuff. She do her homework, she studies, and she's the researcher behind most cases. All the answers to certain things came from Colette. And Mr. Steele will tell you that. She's the brain behind the machine. She's the one that gets things done. But everybody sees Mr. Steele, but Colette's the powerhouse there too. But anyway, y'all, and that's for those who don't know who I am and why I have chosen to come to that case is because of Mr. Steele. I follow him a lot of cases. I was wondering how her style was practicing. Oh, she's tough. She is tough. When I tell you, I wish you got, man, I messed up. Okay. But let me tell you, her next case that she has a case that's coming up, right? And I'll make sure I get my Rule 22 on time for her case, because I've been watching her case and making sure when it comes up again, I will be there. Okay. Her person got his bond hearing modified. And so I am going to be watching her case, and I'll let you guys know. Of course, we still have the other one. Mr. still has another one with Mr. Adams. I'll be doing that one as well. And I'll just keep checking with Mr. Steele, see what other case he has. Dallas wants me to do the little dirt, but Kim, I don't know about a little dirt. Where other Kim at? Where Kim at? I know she be hiding in the bushes. Where you at, Kim? I don't know about little dirt. Dallas wants me to do that one. I said, Dallas, I don't know about that one. That's California. That's too far. And there's be too many crazy people trying to do that case. I learned my lesson. Stay away from the crowd. Do my own thing. Grow my own channel the only way, slow and steady like a snake. Like a snail. Little turtle. I'm a little turtle. No, I'm not. Because, when you say turtle, you know what that means. We're not doing turtle stuff. But her style is pretty good, Clifton. She's awesome. She's awesome. Not you, Kim. I'm talking about the other Kim. She hiding in the bushes. Kim is hiding somewhere. She's not coming out. I don't know. Kim's probably still mad at me. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I gotta go, and I'll see you guys. I should have my car back soon, y'all. I just got the I just tell you, Lord, just help your child. Help your child. We're going. Yes. Kobe, come here. You want to say hi to your people? Come here. Come on. You want to say hi to your people? Come on. Come here. He's trying not to say hi to y'all. There you go. Hold on. Let me take this down. Hold on. Kobe, say hi to the people. You want to sing to the people? You want to sing to the people? You want to sing to the people? Say, who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof. Who let the dogs out? Woof, woof, woof. Come on. Who let the dogs out? Woof, woof, woof. Come on, do it. Who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof. Who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof. Who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof. Who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof. Oh, you want to come back up here and do it? Okay, hold on. You want to come back up here? Say, do it, Kobe. Who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof. Come on, Kobe. Who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof. Say it. Who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof. Come on. Who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof. Come on, sing it. Who let the dogs out? Woof, woof, woof. Dallas, he's not singing no more. Who let the dogs out? Woof, woof. Who did? Say. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Woo! All right, y'all. We gotta go. We gotta go now. Good night, everybody. Bye. May the Lord watch between you and me and D, while we're absent, one for another. Because he knows when the song comes on, it's time to go. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Thank you for watching the infamous Sylvia.
this online space. It's just you and me, we laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Minds in chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mars and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mars and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Minds in chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night.